So in today's video, I am going to be previewing Bradford City versus Rochdale AFC. Then in the second part of today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my Game Week 24 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could channel it 60 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your score predictions and your starting 11 down in the comment section down below. Now, I'm currently recording this at 25 to 2 on Sunday. As of right now, it's not officially been confirmed by either Bradford City, Aston Villa or Plymouth Argyle, but this morning, so technically yesterday when this video does come out, it was confirmed by Simon Parker that it looks highly likely Tyreek Wright will be recalled from his loan spell with Bradford City to sign for Plymouth Argyle on a permanent basis. He's obviously out of contract with Aston Villa in the summer. They're looking to cash in for him right now, and when you've got the opportunity to go to the top of the table in League One, it just kind of makes sense. It's absolutely gutting. I presume he's not going to be available for this match. It's absolutely devastating that, unfortunately, he's not going to be with us for the remainder of the season. Will we replace him? That is something we will have to wait and see. But make sure you drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. Starting out then with the current Sky Bet League 2 table, my team Bradford City, we currently sit 5th in the table. After 23 matches, we've got 11 wins, 6 draws, 6 defeats, 30 goals scored, 23 goals conceded, leaving us on a positive 7 goal difference and 39 points. Our last couple of games then have been a win, a loss, and a loss. Them last couple of games then been a 3-2 win at home to Salford City, a 1-0 win at home to Harrogate Town, a 1-0 defeat away at Carlisle United, a 3-0 defeat away at Leyton Orient, a 1-0 defeat away at Salford City in the Papa John's Trophy, and then just before that we had a 3-1 defeat at home to Northampton Town. That then compared though to Rochdale, they're currently sat 23rd in the current Sky Bet League 2 table, second bottom at this moment in time. After 24 games, they've got 4 wins, 5 draws, 15 defeats, the most in the league, 19 goals scored, 36 goals conceded, leaving them on a minus 17 goal difference and 17 points. Their last couple of games then have been a draw, a loss, and a loss. Them last couple of games then been a 1-1 draw at home to Newport County, a 0-0 draw away at Barrow AFC, a 4-3 defeat away to Doncaster Rovers, a 2-1 defeat at home to Hartlepool, a 4-1 defeat at home to Harrogate Town, and then just before that they had a 1-0 defeat away at Sutton United. The last time they actually won away from home was on the 8th of October, where they beat Newport County 1-0. 8th of October, so we're already over 3 months since their last away win. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen in tomorrow's match, I guess that you will call it. Now then, we're going to get into the team that I would go with if I was Mark Hughes. So I would line up then in the 4-Diamond-2 formation. It's the formation that's given us, 2 back-to-back wins in the 2 games that we have played it, since obviously changing to this formation at home to Harrogate Town. In goal, I would go with Harry Lewis. I thought he was decent against Salford City. Didn't really have too much to do, the 2 goals. The first one is an absolutely unbelievable strike. The second one maybe he could have done a little bit better with, but I just think it takes a deflection off. I think Chapman probably wrong sights him and all that sort of stuff. His distribution was decent against Salford, so I like to see him starting between the sticks. Into the back 4 then, at right back I would go with Brad Halliday. I thought first half against Salford he was shaky at times, but in the second half he was absolutely unbelievable. He's such a good right back. I absolutely love him, and hopefully he stays and continues to play how well he has been doing over the last couple of matches for the rest of his Bradford City career. 2 centre backs then, at firstly Matty Platt. I thought he was okay against Salford, dealt with their threats. Obviously they had the big striker in Matt Smith, but he was more trying to focus himself on Romney Critchlow, because obviously Critchlow's a little bit smaller than Matty Platt. Just thought it was a pretty average performance from Matty Platt, nothing too fancy, nothing too poor. Partnering him though, I would go with Romney Critchlow. We've seen now what can happen with loan players. Will he be recalled by Huddersfield Town? Fingers crossed he doesn't. He's also out of contract with Huddersfield in the summer, so I would absolutely love it if we could get him in on a permanent basis. I thought he was brilliant against Salford City, considering Matt Smith's 5, 6, 7 inches taller than him. I thought he dealt with him fairly well. There was the odd occasion where Matt Smith got the run on him and, won the header, but that's expected because he's an absolute man mountain. At left back, I would go with Matty Folds. I think his performances as of recently have dipped slightly. I think offensively, I'm not really too sure what's happened to Matty Folds, but a lot of his crosses now are becoming quite poor quality, underhit, overhit, straight out for goal kicks, where we've seen previously so far this season that, he can put in some really good crosses away at Tranmere for Andy Cook's second goal, at home to AFC Wimbledon for Viden Oliver's goal, where we drew 2-2 in the last minute. You know, Matty Folds clearly has that quality in him at this moment in time. Though the last couple of games for me, I don't think we've quite seen the best of Matty Folds. I think defensively though, he looks okay. You know, he's fairly solid defensively. Just offensively, he seems to have declined slightly. Moving in then to the 4 midfielders at the base of the diamond, I'm going to go with Richie Smallwood. I think that is the best role that we've seen him playing in a Bradford City shirt. It suits him perfectly. Having 2 players who have got more legs, better energy playing in front of him, while he can be there to break up the play and just pass it on, make the simple pass. I think that suits Richie Smallwood down to a T. He's a brilliant ball-winning midfielder, and at this level, I think you need somebody like that. Into the 2 central midfielders then, on the right-hand side, I would go with Alex Gilliard. I think over the last 2 games, he's shown that he can actually be a competent central midfielder at this level. I thought he was better against Harrogate. That's the best performance I've ever seen from Alex Gilliard against Harrogate. But still against Salford, I thought it was another 7 out of 10 performance from him. You know, he had another decent game. He looks to be passing forward more, which is what I like to see, positive play from a central midfielder, which we've not really seen too much from Gilliard so far this campaign. So that is great to see. And partnering him, I would go with Levi Sutton. Recently come back into the side for the last 2 games, and it's obviously no coincidence that we have been winning 2 matches. Was kind of frozen out of the squad for a couple of months really, where he wasn't really playing. At the start of the season when he was playing, he was coming on and playing right wing, which I thought was certainly an interesting decision. But for me personally, I think when Sutton plays, you know, he brings you tackling, energy, legs. He's probably not going to be able to complete the whole match, but you can always bring on another midfielder. We've got players like Ryan East, even Jan Songo, if you are going to change things up slightly. So for me personally, I'd like to see Levi Sutton, you know, keep his spot in the team in that central midfield role. In that number 10 position then, I would go with Harry Chapman. This is simply because I just don't think Walker will be fit for this match. On Saturday, maybe he might be fully fit to start the game against AFC Wimbledon and come off after 60, 70 minutes. If Walker's fit for this game to start anyway, I would certainly go with Jamie Walker in there. I just don't think Harry Chapman suits playing as a number 10. Like I've said previously, he runs so much and he does so much hard work, but there's just such a lack of end product from Harry Chapman that when Jamie Walker is fit, we need Walker back in there as soon as possible. Into the 2 strikers then, firstly I would go with Vidane Oliver. I think after the last 2 performances, he's probably first name on the team sheet, to be honest with you. Up to 4 goals now in all competitions after being credited with our first goal against Salford City. It originally went down as an own goal, but in the end he has been credited to Vidane Oliver. I thought his all-round play was brilliant and he did deserve his brace in the end. No matter how the goals come, he's going to score goals at this level if you give him service. I do feel kind of hard on Andy Cook, to be honest with you. He's been so good for us in the first half of the season, and now he's kind of just been thrown to the side. He's like the new toy sort of thing with Bradford City players, and Andy Cook no longer seems to be a new toy. Vidane Oliver seems to be the new toy, and Andy Cook's kind of just been forgotten about, whereas the first couple of months of the season, he's been absolutely fantastic. And partnering Vidane Oliver, I would go with Aboisa. I would have gone with Tyreek Wright, but obviously at this moment in time, it looks very likely that he will be joining Plymouth Argyle on a permanent basis. By the time this video comes out, that'll probably have already been confirmed, and I might have even got the video about Tyreek Wright out before this one. But at this moment in time, Tyreek Wright is still technically a Bradford City player, but I've just gone with Aboisa in this one. Obviously, he scored his first Bradford City goal against Salford City, and I think he deserves his chance to start in this role off the strike. You know, I think he's got that sort of, I think that might suit him a little bit more. You know, we saw against when he played for Scunthorpe, that he was more of an inside forward, coming in, getting long shots off, and he's certainly got one in his locker. I think for me personally, if you're not going to start him in this game, then when do you start him? It was either between him or Matt Derbyshire for me, but just because Issa's been playing a little bit more recently, scored in the last game as well, I think he does deserve to start this one. While he was absolutely terrible away at Carlisle, I think a game like this one would be good for him to start. Give him another 60, 70 minutes, something like that. On the bench then for me, that'd leave Colin Doyle, Jan Songo, Ryan East, Jamie Walker, Jake Young, Matt Derbyshire and Andy Cook, which means the players who would miss out then would be Heath Richardson, Joe O'Shaughnessy, Luke Hendry, Oscar Threlkeld, who's now back with the football club, Timmy Odesina, Kieran Kelly, Liam Rideout, Emmanuel Osadibe, Scott Banks. I still don't know the injury situation with Scott Banks, so I've just missed him out of this squad. Dion Pereira and also Leangolo, who might have recovered from his ankle injury, but it might still be a little bit longer. Into my game week 24 League 2 score predictions then. As this game was a rearranged match, there's only one game week 24 League 2 score prediction to give you, and that is Bradford City versus Rochdale. This was meant to be played on the 17th of December, was postponed due to a frozen pitch, and everyone else seems to have rearranged their games for different times. So the only game being played on Tuesday is Bradford City versus Rochdale. I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for the Bantams in that one. We need 3 points. We go up to 4th if we win that game. Close that gap as well on 3rd place Northampton. I think lost their last game. Was against Swindon? I'm not really too sure. It might have actually been against Salford City, but that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 60 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be absolutely class. subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your score predictions and what your starting 11 would be down in the comment section down below. Don't forget as well to check out the 2 ground hop vlogs that I did over the weekend. Middlesbrough versus Brighton, 6 goals in that one, and then Man City versus Chelsea. That is what I'm just about to go set off for now, but I'm sure that will be a brilliant game, so make sure you check that vlog out if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all tomorrow for the match day vlog. Peace.